Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Coach Scott. I'll be your host today. It is Wednesday, March 31st, last day of March. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a good week so far. It's been super busy over here. We got lots going on. I want to talk mainly about the Ordinary Marathon today. However, I do owe a big apology to a few people from last week. Here I am telling everyone to go over to teamordinary.com and put your race schedules in if you're a member of Team Ordinary so that we can make sure that we read your names here on the podcast. And I just, look, it's been a while. We had a long time of no races. And so my eyes, because we had a Friday race last week, which was Brian Yarbrough, my eyes went there and stopped. And I didn't go to the next day, which was March 27th, which was also last weekend. I didn't read a whole bunch of names. So let me get those names out there for you guys. I read off Erin Shepard. She did the T-Town Half Marathon. She was on the schedule, but I just read that because I knew she was running it. Angela Fillmore did the Night Owl 5K in Nova Scotia. And Jen Bergstrom, happy birthday, her 40th birthday. She decided to run 40 miles to celebrate. So congratulations there, Jen, and wish you the best of luck. Today, we do want to talk about the Ordinary Marathon. It is our virtual race, our 10-day virtual race. It is happening from May 7th to May 16th. You can go to ordinarymarathon.com and register over there. Registration starts at just $10. And this year, of course, the big announcement is that we are doing our race to benefit our own foundation, the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation, brand new, launch this month. And what we're going to do over the next couple of podcasts is we're going to bring in some of the players, some of the board members, some of the our advisory board members, people who really have ideas that they want to put into motion and perhaps need just a little bit of support. And that's what the foundation is for. Today, we're going to talk to Dr. Scott Frasard. He's a member of our board. He's going to be leading eventually when we're kind of up and running. He's actually, technically he already is. He is leading our advisory board. He's going to be sort of the president of the advisory board, moving things forward on that front. But he's been super busy getting his program together and trying to get it off the ground. We are going to try to launch that thing tomorrow. Wow. This is good news. This is big news. But instead of me sitting here telling you about it, let me bring him in right now. Let's talk to Dr. Scott Frasard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today with a special guest, a return guest. He is one of the members of the board of directors of the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation. He's got a very special sort of presentation slash information, I would say, for us today. Scott Frasard, Dr. Scott Frasard, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, we have the Ordinary Marathon coming up, and we're trying to do things new this year, and I think we really have a lot of different ideas, some great ideas. And obviously now the race is tied into our foundation. And so what we're trying to do is make every single day of the race important. And in doing so, what we want to do is we want to highlight every cause that we're trying to touch as a foundation. One of them being a cause that you have pioneered for us, and probably our first program getting ready to go. It's up and ready, and it's ready to happen very soon. It might even be out by the time we get the podcast out. And I was wondering if you could spend some time with us today and just explain to us what your cause is and why it's so special to you.
Absolutely. So the program that I've put together is to help somebody who is either an athlete or aspiring athlete, somebody who wants to enjoy the sport of running like you and I both do, but who is autistic. To me, is a very personal cause because last year at age 48, I was diagnosed as being autistic. And ever since then, I've been learning more about who I am, about the autistic community, and both the value that we bring the world, just like everyone else, and the struggles that we face as a community. And to me, it's really important to help normalize the fact that we think differently, we experience the world differently. And this is a way to help not only bring that to people's forefronts in their thoughts, but also to show here's what we are capable of. We're just like anyone else. We're not less. We're just different. And so this program not only will help spread that message, but also will introduce somebody to the running sport who's in this community, because there's a lot of challenges that we face, especially when it comes to communication, when it comes to relating to other people, and just functioning in everyday life that's different than somebody who is what we call a neurotypical. And this provides them an outlet to explore this sport and gain some benefits from it, to be quite honest. I know when I'm out running, my mind is freed. My stress is reduced. I don't worry about a lot of the things. And because it's one of those sports that is both individual and group, I can do my own thing and be just as happy. So I think it's got a lot of great benefits from it as well. And so we're looking to sponsor somebody, so to speak, and introduce them to the sport.
Yeah, so why don't you give us a little bit of the specifics behind the program? We've had this conversation so many times, Scott, that I feel like, we're just rehashing things, but some people may not know some of the specifics, and we're really getting close to launch date for you. So we might as well just kind of throw it out there and here's exactly our our Ordinary Marathoner Foundation Autism program is going to look like.
Yes, so Autism Acceptance Month is April. So timing on this was perfect. April 1st is when I plan on formally launching this through our social media and my personal social media to say, here's the program, and start recruiting participants. The person that's selected, here's what they're going to get. They're going to get decked out with, let's get you some shoes, let's get you some running socks, shorts, shirt, an Team Ordinary Marathoner hat. I threw you on the hook on that one.
Thanks, man.
And
for sale at teamordinary.com. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So we're going to get them all that they need to get out there and run. But we're also going to supply them with a coach for up to 6 months. This coach is going to work with them once a week to help get them prepared for the event that they're going to run. They get to choose a in-person running event that they're going to be prepared for and go out and run. And if it happens to be here in the Austin area, Austin, Texas, where I live, I'm going to be out there and run it with them. With that, I had another thought and it has escaped me, but with that, I think one of the other things is we'll get to hear their story through their lens about their experience, learning how to run, learning how to find where do I register for races, and how do I prepare for one, that sort of thing. Oh, that also reminds me of one of the other things is we'll also be paying for their registration for that race. So
right. So and not only and the one thing that sticks out to me is something that I think is important to mention is that the coach that we have potentially discovered is actually certified to train autistic athletes, which I think is amazing.
Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a shout out.
I was thinking, do we do it? All right, but yes, do it.
So her name is Cole Stepro, and she has an organization called Outfox Fitness. So if you go to outfoxfit.com, you'll find out about her. She works with a lot of athletes across a bunch of different sports, including bodybuilding, and she works with autistic people to make sure that the training is specialized for them to help improve their overall physical fitness as well as their strength and endurance.
Right, and it's not even So I'm more of a virtual coach in how I coach, but she's actually an in-home coach. So once a week she'll actually visit the athlete, spend some time with them, train with them. She'll bring equipment with her and help out. And so it's a very hands-on approach. And we interviewed her and we thought she was great. So, I'm excited about this program. It's our first one to get off the ground, and it's hard to see, it's hard to see it not being successful. It's just, and you've done so much work on this And I don't know. I know it's going to be fabulous. So, I almost want to say congratulations, but let's save it for the end a little bit.
Yes. If I may, in terms of timeline, again, April is Autism Acceptance Month. We're going to launch the call for participants on this Thursday, April 1st.
You got 2 days, buddy.
Yes, it's not a joke. It is for real. And so during the month of April, we're going to be soliciting for participants. Coach Cole is how we refer to Cole Stepro. Coach Cole is going to help participate with us in selecting the right person. And then training will start in May, kind of depending on how that selection goes, but probably early May. And then that puts that 6-month timeline about the September, October, which that's when there's a lot of races going on. The first of the fall races are happening. Opportunity, especially with COVID winding down, I hope we'll be able to have some live races.
All right, so we're ready to go on this, Scott. We're ready to take off. Now, the last thing I wanted to ask you before we go for today was how we're going to include this as part of our race, our virtual race, the Ordinary Marathon, 10-day event taking place starting May 7th, going through May 16th. We have decided that each day of the race, we're going to try to have a theme or some kind of target. One of those dates we haven't decided which day yet, but that's coming. It's going to be Autism Acceptance Day. How do you foresee this going? What do you foresee as something we can do to bring acceptance, I guess, to your cause?
Right. So I think there are a number of things that we can do individually, and what I'd like to see is to encourage all of our listeners and fans and followers to do a few things. Number one, I've got 2 really wonderful videos, YouTube videos that I refer people to that really explains what this experience is like through that autistic lens. I encourage everyone, watch those. Number 2 is there are 2 really good organizations that have not only a lot of information about autism and our experiences, but also how to suggestions on how to advocate for autistic people. And that is the first one is the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, and the second one is the Autism Society of America. Check out their websites, and we can include them below, but check out their websites and see how you can help learn more about autism and how to be an advocate for autistic people. And then the third is, there's current studies show that about 1 in 50 to 60 people are autistic. It's not just a childhood situation. It is how we're wired. So as long as we're alive, we're autistic. There's a very good chance that you know somebody who is autistic. Talk to them. Ask them what their experiences are like, and learn from them what being autistic means. And probably most importantly is learn about one of the big things is learn about language. And that is, it's really important that we talk in terms of people who are autistic, not people who have autism. We are autistic. It's not something I have, it's who I am. So I think learning more about it and being more compassionate to others who think differently, experience the world differently is the key.
I think that's great, Scott. I think that's going to be. I think it's important as someone who knows quite a few autistic people, including yourself. It's always good to kind of learn about that, and I've personally taken some time to learn a lot about it in the last few years, and I think it'll be very informational for a lot of people that are involved in the race. Scott, I want to thank you for all your hard work, man. You've been killing it the last few months, burning the candle at each end, and really working hard to make the foundation a success. So thank you for your hard work. And
thank you.
I see really great things coming out of this program.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. And thank you for the opportunity for me to put this program into reality.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Scott Frasard talking to us a little bit about his program, about what he's got going on. That program is launching very, very soon, as in perhaps even as early as April 1, we'll start taking some applications there. And man, it's good to see this getting moving, getting up off the ground, starting to help people, the Ordinary Marathoner Foundation. I want to thank everyone who's donated so far. I want to thank you if you participate, if you're already registered for the Ordinary Marathon. Thank you so much. And you can head on over to ordinarymarathon.com and get registered. Starts at $10. Add a medal for $9, add a shirt for $15, add an optional donation if you wish to the foundation that is tax deductible. So thank you all who've signed up, and thank you if you're thinking about signing up. Yeah, just go ahead, go pull the trigger. We'd love to have you. Call me with any questions. Reach out, Facebook or whatever. Just let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Stephanie, Scott forwarded some of those videos after we spoke to him, and Stephanie's trying to watch them, and she wants to kind of, she's got I'd say curiosity, but really sort of likes learning about things like that, and we know some folks with autism, so it's always it's a good thing to learn about. It's a good thing to be sort of aware of, and figure out things that you might not know about other people, it's and how their mind works, how their brain works. And I think it leads to more, Scott used the word acceptance, and I think that's a good word to use. The more we learn, the more people can kind of feel comfortable with everything, and it's going to be better for everyone. So thank you, Scott. And we look forward to putting that day out there on the calendar for the Ordinary Marathon. Let's talk a little bit about training, move into training mode. Last week I had a pretty bad week. We didn't do any running. I say we, but I mean me. I spread the blame off of across everybody when I say we. But let's point the finger at me. I didn't do any running, but we did do our bike rides. Missed our long run. It was I missed a bunch of podcasts too, by the way. It was kind of crazy, but we're looking for some redemption this week, and so far so good. Monday we did the podcast. The podcast got out on time. And then Monday night I did a run with Ron. We did that, our 8 p.m. Zwift run that we did. Did a workout run. It was about 45 minutes. We did it a little over 3.5 miles. Felt pretty good about it. Happy that I got it done, and just sort of checked the box and move forward on that one. Happy to do that. Tuesday was a little struggle, but I did get up at 5. We were up on 5. We did our live stream. We did our workout live stream. If you want to join our 5 a.m. Zwift ride, let me know, and I can add you to that invite list. We did have, I think, 5 people, which is really good for 5 a.m. for us. It's really good. So I want to thank everyone who joined us on Thursday morning for coming out there. I did not stick around for the 6 a.m. ride. I know Mike Romans was doing that one. I think I saw Marcy and maybe Kyle there doing that. So thank you guys for showing up and supporting our morning rides, and good job out there. Way to get it done. Yesterday also, I have another USA Triathlon ride coming next week. It is April 7th, Wednesday at 6 p.m. That is an event ride. So you basically, if you're on Zwift, you got to go to the event section and find the event, 6 p.m. USA Triathlon ride, and add yourself to it so that you can ride with us. I have to create a workout. I did that yesterday, and I needed to test it. It has to be sent in today, so I needed to test that one out before. I can't just put together a workout and not do it, because God forbid it's really hard. If it's really hard and no one can do it, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. I don't need anyone, I don't need anyone dying on me. That's for sure, including myself. But so last night I tested it out. It was good. It was a good workout. It's solid. It's really good, actually. Really good workout. It's good. I think it's good in a couple ways. It's good because there's a lot of rest period in between. You get a good time to kind of rest and get your energy back. And overall, there's some good chunky work, and there's also some sprint work in there. So it's good. It's good. It's going to be a solid workout. It's going to be a good time. I tried it out last night. I got on the bike at like 9 o'clock, and I realized that something was going on with our furnace. And this is like the story of my life lately. I feel like we're kind of having bad luck. Our dryer's broken. Our furnace is broken. So I wound up calling the people, our HVAC people, who are usually awesome. And they said, "Oh, we're going to send a technician out. We're going to send a technician out now." And we're like, "Whoa, this is awesome." So I had to wait to get on the bike. And then a little while later, they called and said, "Sorry, we're going to come tomorrow." So great. Of course, then I did the bike. I got on the bike at probably like 9:30, did the bike. It was a good workout, solid workout, made the little adjustments that I had to do. And when I got off the bike, the furnace was working again. Go figure. So at least we didn't have a cold night. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I should look at that as a good thing happening. So we were up late last night. We, so no early morning run today. I'm kind of hoping that the weather stays nice. It's pretty nice now. It's about 50 degrees. But in the afternoon, I'm itching to kind of get out and do an outdoor run today. Hopefully that gets done. And, we're on track. We have tomorrow's 5 a.m. ride. That is on track. A Friday run, hopefully. And then it's Easter weekend, guys. So, if you guys are thinking ahead towards Easter, we're going to be getting together as a family. I haven't seen my father in over a year. He's got the vaccine. He's now traveling. He flew up from Florida. So we're going to see him. I'm very excited about that. It's just, it's been a long time coming, and looking forward to kind of seeing everyone. We don't necessarily really celebrate Easter. We're not a super religious family, but, best of luck to you guys out there, and I hope you guys have a happy Easter. If you're a happy Passover, I think that might be over right now. This is how much I don't know about religion. I don't know. I barely even know about Easter. If no one told me, I would never even know. It's like, get in the car. Where are we going? It's Easter. Oh yeah, we gotta go. But it's one of those things where you get together as family, and I got to tell you, I've been eating. I've had some really good eating days, and I've had some kind of poor ones. And, it's always a struggle when you go out for a weekend or meet family and you're kind of celebrating together. It's always a bit of a struggle. I'll let you know how I do. I don't know exactly how I'm going to focus on this and how I don't really have a plan, but maybe I should. So maybe we'll talk a little bit about that on Friday. Plans for Easter weekend and how not to eat all the food. I'm going to be with my brother-in-law too. He's Irish, and man, we're going to be probably popping a few on Saturday night, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And honestly, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan for the weekend so far. So in my next couple of days, and maybe that's something that you should do too, is if you're going away for the weekend, or if you're not really sure exactly where you're going to be at what time, start making a plan for those workouts, especially if you're doing some long form triathlon in the near future, and you want to get a long bike and a long run in over the weekend. Make sure you have that time. Make sure you carve that time for yourself, so you can get things done. And, I'm hopefully going to be looking to do that as well. That being said, that's all we got for today. Remember, go to ordinarymarathon.com, register for our race, join us. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be a great time. And if you want to support the podcast itself, go over to patreon.com/ordinarymarathon. Sign up for one of our Patreon levels. You get your name read out on the podcast and also added to the scroll that's going to appear in about 5 seconds after I say, every day is an ordinary day unless you make it extraordinary. So get after it, guys.
Now